Liam was obsessed with the new Minecraft movie. He had already seen it twice, but when his friends invited him to watch it again, he couldn't resist. The movie was a masterpiece in his eyes, especially the hilarious scene with the chicken jockey, a tiny zombie riding a chicken in a chaotic chase. It was all anyone at school could talk about. But now, sitting in his classroom, Liam regretted his decision. The math exam was staring back at him, its questions as incomprehensible as an Enderman's stare. He hadn't studied a single formula. His mind raced. He couldn't fail this test. His parents would ground him for weeks, and worse, they'd ban him from playing Minecraft. Desperation took over. He glanced at his desk neighbor, Mia, who was scribbling answers with the speed of a redstone repeater. Slowly, he slid his chair closer, trying to peek at her paper. His heart pounded louder than a creeper about to explode. "Liam," came the sharp voice of Mr. Thompson, their eagle-eyed teacher. "Eyes on your own paper." Liam froze, his face turning as red as a nether brick. He was sure he was caught. But just as Mr. Thompson began to rise from his chair, a commotion erupted outside the classroom window. Two older kids were in the courtyard, reenacting the infamous chicken jockey scene from the movie. One boy had climbed onto the other's back, flapping his arms like wings and squawking loudly. The other, pretending to be the zombie, stumbled around, growling and waving his arms. The entire class burst into laughter. Then, disaster struck. The chicken tripped over a rock, sending both boys tumbling to the ground. The zombie landed awkwardly, clutching his ankle in pain. Gasps replaced the laughter as students crowded around the window to watch. Mr. Thompson rushed outside to assess the situation, leaving the classroom unattended. Liam saw his chance. He quickly copied a few answers from Mia's paper, his hands trembling. He knew it was wrong, but the thought of failing loomed larger than his guilt. When Mr. Thompson returned, the injured boy was being escorted to the nurse's office. The teacher resumed his watchful stance. But by then, Liam had already filled in enough answers to scrape by. As the bell rang, Liam handed in his paper, a mix of relief and shame washing over him. He knew he'd gotten away with it, but the victory felt hollow. That night, as he booted up Minecraft, he couldn't bring himself to enjoy the game. The chicken jockey scene, once his favorite, now reminded him of his own misstep. Liam resolved to make things right. He promised himself he'd study harder for the next test, and maybe even confess to Mr. Thompson. After all, even in Minecraft, shortcuts often led to trouble. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video.